Hello, young biologists. Genetic material was once thought to be proteins, but scientists like Gregor Mendel, Walter Sutton, and Thomas Hunt Morgan helped narrow it down to chromosomes in the nucleus. However, despite these discoveries, the identity of the genetic material remained a mystery. Imagine the mystery of how traits are passed down from parents to offspring, just like how certain flowers only bloom in specific seasons, hinting at inherited patterns. The search for the genetic material began in the 1920s, but it wasn't until the mid-20th century that the puzzle was solved. So, have you ever wondered what makes each living organism so uniquely itself? What is passed down from parents to offspring? Let's unravel that mystery together. In 1928, Frederick Griffith observed something unusual. He mixed heat-killed S strain bacteria with live A strain bacteria, and the harmless A strain bacteria were transformed into virulent S strain bacteria. This discovery was crucial. When mice were infected with this mixture, they died, and living S strain bacteria were recovered from their bodies. Griffith's experiment showed that some transforming principle could change the genetic makeup of bacteria. It's like how a seed, when given the right conditions, can grow into a new plant, just like how the bacteria were transformed by this unknown principle. In the early 1940s, Oswald Avery and his colleagues took Griffith's work a step further. They set out to identify the biochemical nature of this transforming principle. They isolated DNA, RNA, and proteins from the S strain bacteria and tested which substance could transform A strain bacteria. The critical discovery was that only DNA was able to cause the transformation, showing that DNA carried the genetic instructions. When they used DNSA, the transformation stopped, but treatments with RNSA and protease had no effect. This confirmed that DNA is the genetic material. Finally, in 1952, Alfred Hershey and Martha Chase provided clear proof that DNA is indeed the genetic material. They used radioactive markers to trace viral DNA and proteins. By labeling DNA with radioactive phosphorus and proteins with sulfur, they tracked which substance entered bacteria during viral infection. The result was striking. Only bacteria infected with viruses containing radioactive DNA became radioactive, proving that DNA, not protein, is the genetic material. This was the final proof. Much like how the blueprint is essential to build a structure, DNA holds the blueprint for building living organisms. Why is DNA the perfect genetic material? First, it's chemically stable due to its double helix structure, whereas RNA is more reactive and unstable. Second, DNA's ability to replicate itself is crucial for passing genetic information on to the next generation. DNA also undergoes mutations, driving evolution, but it does so slowly and steadily, allowing for adaptation. RNA, on the other hand, mutates more quickly because of its instability. Think of DNA as a well-preserved ancient manuscript, stable and reliable for passing knowledge through generations. DNA is more stable than RNA due to its double helix structure and the absence of the reactive to prime hydroxyl group found in RNA. While DNA holds the genetic code, RNA plays an active role in translating that code into proteins. Interestingly, some viruses, like the tobacco mosaic virus, use RNA as their genetic material, showing the versatility of genetic molecules. DNA's stability makes it the primary genetic material in most organisms, while RNA serves as a temporary messenger. Think of DNA as the hard drive of a computer where information is stored, and RNA as the USB stick that temporarily carries data to the processor. Let's recap our journey. From Griffith's discovery of the transforming principle to the final proof by Hershey and Chase, scientists pieced together the puzzle of genetic material. DNA was conclusively proven to be the genetic material that carries and transmits genetic information. DNA's stability, replication ability, and role in evolution make it the preferred genetic material in most organisms, while RNA plays a dynamic, transient role in gene expression. I hope you now appreciate the fascinating journey scientists took to uncover the nature of genetic inheritance. From bacteria to humans, DNA is the silent architect of life's diversity.